On today's Bank Holiday Thursday news video, we have got MJF cutting his own power bomb, pipe bomb, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, who walked through the forbidden door on last night's AEW Dynamite, brother?
A Redeemer returns on last night's Dynamite as well.
AEW Blood and Guts. William Regal said the words. He said the words. It's happening. It's official. And there's a hair versus hair match as well. Oof, lots going on.
It's a lot. There's a lot going on. Hello, everyone. I am Gareth here from WhatCulture Wrestling, joined by the brilliant Andrew Pollard. And you may be wondering, where the hell are Andy Murray and where's Adam Wilborn? Well, it's bank holiday over here, like I've already mentioned. It's Jubilee time. Everyone's out sunning themselves and setting off party poppers and eating Victoria sponge cakes. I think that's just what you do, eating like a sandwich at this time of year. But that's what they're doing. So we're here to talk about all the fallout from AEW Dynamite. But don't forget to like this video, share this video, subscribe to all things WhatCulture Wrestling. Go and check out all the amazing podcasts that we've got, all these bloody good round table things, quizzes. We've got all this good stuff. Just comment in our comment section down below as well after we finish this video, because we're going to have loads of news stories that we just need to get into. But the first one, my God, Pollard, the first one that we've got to talk about today is it's the biggie. Because last night, Tony Khan was just having a look on Twitter. He's like, I've got a big show tonight. So we're going to go in LA for the first time. It's going to be this big arena. There's going to be loads of celebrities out. Should do something a little bit special. Should we have some big reveals? Should we have some big returns? Yeah, we'll have all that. Oh, yeah, and we'll let MJF just have a live mic and explode. And that is what he did. He went down to the ring. He had his scarf on. He got booed out of the arena straight away. And then he just took off his scarf and said, I'm going to speak to you all right now. I'm a bit hurt, bit sore because I got powerbombed into oblivion by Wardlow. I'm going to speak to you all right now as Maxwell Friedman, and my goodness, he just shot from the hip. He just went at it. He was saying he was obviously like really brassed off that he's been hurt, he's been battered, and he's not been really taken seriously by Tony Khan since coming into the company in 2019. He's had to work harder than everyone else. He's not just been handed things, but he's carried the company on his back. He's had all these incredible moments. He's been like the most second watched person in AEW, and he was like, no, not the person you think was second. It was me. I was second. I'm the guy. I've been the guy for ages. And he just kept going in even harder and harder. And he kept like highlighting the fact that the Warner execs in attendance we're obviously going to be watching, thinking that, oh, this is going to be a great show and everyone's going to be really careful. So why would they give this guy the mic? Well, they just did. And he created magic, and it was great magic. And he went in and said the words that you probably shouldn't say in front of Warner execs, but Tony knows what he's doing. MJF knows what he's doing. He dropped the WWE bomb. He said that Tony's more interested in putting his hand in his pocket to pay ex-WWE guys than he is MJF, which is a bit of a common criticism right now, let's be honest. And then he said, Tony, would you like me more if I was an ex-WWE guy? He just did what he wanted, this guy. And the fans started cheering this. They're like, oh my God, it's that voice of the voiceless. And he was like, not so fast. You're all fickle. And he started ripping into them as well. And then he said, Tony, you should be on that other side of the guardrail because you're a mark, really. You're a big old mark. You shouldn't be running a company like this. I want you to fire me before 2024. And then the F-bombs came, the big old F-bombs. He started calling him an effing mark. He was saying this, saying that. And the mic then got cut, very reminiscent to the old CM Punk pipe bomb things. Loads of lovely parallels to that pipe bomb, let's say, all the way through this. It was majestic. It was mesmerizing. Obviously, there's no way in hell Tony Khan's letting this guy go down to the ring to the shoot from the hip and it not be a work. Let's be completely honest. This meeting must have happened. All the stuff over the weekend feels like it did happen as well, but it feels like they've come to maybe some kind of resolution and they're gonna just unleash this as an incredible storytelling just beat and a program now with MJF versus Tony Khan. Is that where we're going? This is mind-boggling, my friend. What do we do?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was heard all the hype about it, and then I messaged your good self when I was watching it through Fight this morning, and it's like, he just dropped an F-bomb and a WWE bomb. And it was gold. It was MJF doing what MJF does. And it was, regardless of how things play out from here, this is all absolutely in the favor of Maxwell Jacob Friedman. I mean, if things, his issues with Tony Khan can resolve themselves, this is absolutely perfect to lead forward with him as the company's top heel. Like you said, him versus Tony Khan. Is it Austin versus McMahon? I don't think so, but hey, who knows? But if, say, MJF does leave the company at some point, then he's got this as in like, yeah, I hated that place. You sort of heard it was majestic, absolutely 100% sums it up. I think that Gareth Morgan, it was a damn cool promo. It was a damn fine promo. It was, like I said, it was Max being Max, his very, very best, but also majestic. because I'm using that as my keyword as a segue.
Why not?
Yeah,
Why not?
exactly, man. It's a Thursday. Hey, worlds collide, and as we are colliding, because Mr. Saturday News now, you dumped me on Sundays, brother, and I'm Mr. Sunday News. Yeah, I'm still not over it, man.
Former solo boys with the solo Sunday boys.
Exactly. Well, we're coming together today. Yeah, like the Wonder Twins, man. Also coming together at AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling, and CM Punk asked for an answer on who his opponent's going to be at Forbidden Door, and outworked Hiroshi Tanahashi, the ace of New Japan Pro Wrestling. I mean, that answers the question straight away, because everybody was thinking, well, who's Punk going to face? Is it going to be Punk versus Okada? Is it going to be Champ versus Champ? Is it going to be Tanahashi and Moxley? Is it going to be Tanahashi and Okada versus Moxley and Bryan Danielson? No, it's Tana versus Punk. I'm very happy about that. You're going into it knowing it's going to be an absolute banger of a match. And also, speaking of bangers, man, FTR and CM Punk together as a three. Be still, by coincidence, I'm wearing my Bret Hart t-shirt today, just to throw me in there. Throw me in as the voice piece. I'm sure they need that. But yeah, Tanahashi, CM Punk, Forbidden Door. Are you happy with that one, Gareth Morgan?
I mean, it was one of those things where we went into fantasy booking overdrive coming into this kind of thing. I was listening to the AEW preview with the boys here at WhatCulture. I listened to that yesterday. And they were saying it just feels like something big's going to happen. We're on the verge now of this Forbidden Door pay-per-view. They've got to go in big with this big show in LA. And they did, really. Okay, maybe it wasn't Okada, maybe it wasn't a Will Ospreay, somebody like that who just like, whoa, jaw-dropping everything else. But Tanahashi's still pretty damn cool, and you just know it's going to be a hell of a match. It's probably a match more suited to where CM Punk is right now in terms of his career at large, like getting himself back into the swing of things. I think Tanahashi is probably going to not drop him on his head as much, is what I'm thinking. But it's still going to be a great match. It's still going to be epic. It's two really compelling characters. And like you said, you've got then all this potential maybe with like FTR trios matches with all the rest of like the New Japan bunch. There's so much potential and just fruitful delights that could come from this going forward. It was a lovely match. Yeah. Great way to kick off Dynamite. But then the show, the good times just kept on coming, because obviously we had the MJF thing after that match. And then after that, somebody returned, because we had Johnny Elite, who's an LA boy. He was there. He was in California, and everyone was cheering him like a hometown hero. And they were like, right, we're going to let you challenge anybody in the AEW roster. Anybody you like, mate. You just do it up and challenge you, stand in the ring, and let's see what happens. And what happened is a certain Redeemer returned. Everyone's been wondering what the hell's going on with Miro. Where's he been? Like, because we just want God's favorite champion back in our world, really. And he got on like the screen, cut a little promo saying that his sand neck, whatever it was, is healed. It's back to its best. He's going to now just come back and destroy everybody. Punks, just everyone. He just cut a hell of a promo, and everyone was just sat there going, "Oh, he's gonna kill Johnny Elite," and he pretty much did. Yeah, he got down to the ring, he battered him. Johnny got in a bit of offense. He went for like a weird corkscrew thing that was a bit of a nasty landing on Miro at one point, but then he hit him with the pump kind of side super kick that he always smashes out, and cleared him out, and then hit the game over submission and bent him to the contortion. It was very similar to what we used to see when what was his name? He was in WWE when he used to bend him back, and Kalisto, and he used to do it to Kalisto.
That wasn't the answer I was thinking then. Like Kalisto? Right, okay,
that's Kalisto.
That's a guy I've not thought about for a long time.
Stretch Armstrong style. It was brutal. But this was hinted at as well by CJ Perry coming into the night. She was like, "Oh, I feel like it might be a good time to watch Dynamite tonight." And everyone was like, "Oh, you've ruined it. We know it's coming, but we still get it." But I don't care. It was great. It was a cool, just quick, brief return from Miro. Looks like he's reinserting himself in a great position right now. A lot of people wanted him to be CM Punk's next like big pay-per-view opponent. Obviously, with Forbidden Door right now, it's not going to happen. But maybe after that, for All Out, potentially, that'd be a hell of a match again. Not sure where to go with it, but he is back. That is official.
Yeah, man, I've missed that dude. And it was. I know obviously he took some time off to go and film a TV series. I think it was, but it's like. It was at the worst possible time, because he just got so much momentum behind him. He was killing people left and right. And it's like, right, now's the next step. And then it's like, oh no, he's disappeared for a few months. But yeah, came back, dominated. I cannot wait to see what's next from Miro. Wherever you plug him in on the card, the guy's going to deliver. I mean, yeah, I'm happy with that. Speaking of delivering, 29th of June, AEW Dynamite is delivering blood and guts. Like I said, William Regal said the words, We were all hoping he was going to say at some point in time, there's no more War Games for Regal. Now it's Blood and Guts. This all came about because, well, the Jericho Appreciation Society came out and bragged about their win over the weekend. And then it just kind of went from there. Eddie Kingston just did Eddie Kingston stuff and came out and interrupted it all, had a bit of a brawl. Regal came out, the challenge was laid down for Blood and Guts. It was initially rejected, and then Chris Jericho got some of his hair cut off by Ortiz. So we have 2 matches set up now. There is, like I said, the 29th of June from Detroit, Michigan, it's going to be Blood and Guts. But also before that, June the 15th, which is 2 weeks time from now-ish, it's going to be Road Rage, hair versus hair, Chris Jericho versus Ortiz. Who's getting a head shave, Gareth?
You never put your hair on the line, man. Never do it. It's a slippery slope. I did it. I think it was April 2020. I remember those days in a Brutus the Barber beefcake quiz, and the rest was beautiful history. Look at me now. Chris Jericho, do it. Shave it all off. There's a lot of talk of people saying that it seems like Chris Jericho could be the guy to do it because he's getting on a bit, which is fine. Age and time catches up with all of us. It's just a natural part of life. And if Jericho feels like maybe he wants a bit of a change, he's never been against just completely cutting it all off and changing his look up. He's done it in WWE before, maybe not the complete skinhead, but he did a bit of a short back and sides and it looked pretty damn good. So maybe he goes down that route. Because I think a lot of people are thinking, it's an open door there. He's going to go straight for Ortiz. Ortiz is going to be the guy who loses it up. No, I think they might twist us up a little bit. But yeah. I've had a bit of a busy week. I've got to say, I've been a bit ill as well, so I didn't really get to watch Double or Nothing live when it happened. I finally caught up with it last night, and I watched that Anarchy in the arena match, and it was glorious. It was chaotic. It was carnage. It was violent. But now I'm thinking, what the hell is going to happen when you put these people inside of a blood and guts scenario? Like that was just Anarchy in the arena. That was its own thing, and that was still as savage as anything I've ever seen on an AEW program, and beautifully violent and just enjoyable and great. Blood and Guts infamously has been known to take feuds up another notch. How many more notches can this go? I'm so worried. I can't even begin to I think this time Eddie Kingston is going to set someone on fire. It's that's the only natural progression from this. It's like, how do you top? Because the Anarchy in the arena was, for better or for worse, it was like nothing I've ever seen in my life. So it's like, well, Eddie tried to set Danielson and Jericho on fire, and it didn't happen. So clearly at Blood and Guts, it does happen. So we're having people set on fire now, live on, and that's the thing, because it's on a Dynamite as well. So it's on international broadcast television. It's not pay-per-view. Pay-per-view can get away with a few more things because never stopped him before. That's all I'll say.
I suppose we've had Tony. We've had Cody on fire through a table. Andrade on fire when it was clearly just Cody set himself on fire going through a table. I mean, God, man, this is gonna be nuts. We should get things wrapped up, Gareth, with some good old questions, I believe.
Oh, lovely. Why not? It's a bank holiday. It's
exactly.
The first one we've got here is from Gutierrez from Costa Rica. We love a Costa Rican question.
Yes.
Why not? It's not every day that we get somebody sending us a message from Costa Rica, so it'd be rude not to ask this question. But since the door is open, eventually we'll get AEW Trios Championships, and that's looking like that's going to happen. If Tony K does a tournament, what is your Fantasy Joker Trios for the tournament? It could be New Japan Pro Wrestling or Impact or any WWE. No, they don't have trios because they don't have tag teams. I'm not sure about this one. It's a really tough one in my mind. I don't know. Not many kind of spring to mind straight away for me. That because the AEW is so stacked right now with trios teams. Trying to think why they'd have to bring a joke. I mean, Tony Khan loves a surprise. That's why they do it. But I struggle with this one. What about you?
Nick Aldis, Tim Storm, and Trevor Murdoch. Man, let's go the NWA. No, that I'd be happy with that. But I'm thinking Josh Alexander. That's the first guy that comes to mind for me. Is Josh Alexander. But then it's like, who'd you pair with him? Maybe he's brought in by a disgruntled Ethan Page. So that's two of your people, Ethan Page and Josh Alexander reuniting. And then you need not a third wheel. That sounds detrimental. EY, Eric Young. I'd be cool with that. I mean, if you're kind of blurring the lines of heels and baby faces and you're just doing it to represent the company, it's Moose, clearly. So yeah, I'm going to go Moose. I'm going to say Josh Alexander, and I'm going to say Ethan Page, all ego Ethan Page. That's my my Joker trio.
And then mine would be EC3, Adam Scher, and Killer Cross. Moving on. That's... Why not? Our next question. It's a lovely one that I've got here, and I believe it's from Nathan Gonzalez, who is at SexyBeast2791. He says, CM Punk. That's the start. Let's say he has 5 title defenses, 4 unsuccessful challenges, and the man who dethrones him, who's your 5? Let's go. I mean, let's get the obvious one out of the way. MJF's got to be in there. It's just the story writes itself. And we've already mentioned Miro earlier on in the news, so maybe three more people that we could
Danielson, man. Punk said himself that he wants to defend against Bryan Danielson. So and I think obviously everybody would love to see that match. If everything is well with all parties, I think it's MJF that is the one that dethrones him. So we got Danielson, Miro. Ooh, Ricky goddamn Starks. Absolutely.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I was watching him strut across that rope last night, shaking his hips before he got rudely taken off those ropes and landed right in his bollocks. And this guy is a legend. And then just in that match as well, Keith Lee. I'd love to see Keith Lee.
Yeah.
Keith Lee. There's that 5. That's a hell of a 5.
Yeah, I think you got Eddie Kingston as well. Oof.
Eddie.
There's a lot.
No, sorry, Keith. Eddie's coming in. I'm sorry. I mean, I'd take either of you, to be honest, but come on, the guy deserves it. Our last question of the day is from David Jamison, I want to say, at Park Bench 1990. He said, good morning, legends. Could you see a possible triple threat at Forbidden Door between Tanahashi, Punk, and Okada? This is an interesting one because obviously, like I said, a lot of people maybe expected Okada, maybe wanted Okada, but Tanahashi's still pretty damn good. Maybe AEW just don't want to shoot the load straight away, and this could be something that's dripped in later down the road. It could potentially happen. I'm not sure. Maybe it'd be too overstuffed. I mean, I don't know how that's possible with this kind of AEW card, but I'm quite excited for Tanahashi Punk right now. I think it's a safer option for him, but I don't know. We'll see what happens, eh?
I'd be all for that. And I mean, the story you could have is Okada comes out and I wanted CM Punk, and you just got here before me. But I suppose realistically, you're looking at it, the whole prospect of champion versus champion, of Okada versus Punk, is that someone has to lose. And if you're New Japan Pro Wrestling, you don't want your top guy losing. If you're Tony Khan and AEW, you don't want your top guy losing. So I guess Tanahashi for Punk makes more sense than Okada has another challenger. Maybe it's Hangman. Hey, maybe Kenny Omega is back sooner than we think, and that gets revisited. I don't know. One quick question I'd like to throw on, because I'm not here on the Sunday. Hector Garcia III has got in really early, like 5 a.m. UK time on a Thursday for his solo Sunday news question. So thank you, Hector. I'm the proud parent of my son, Gabriel, who'll be graduating college on Sunday. Congratulations, Gabriel. Good job, dude. Can you think of a wrestler whose career you followed since early on, who's turned out to be a success and makes you feel like a proud parent? Gareth Morgan, who makes you feel like a proud parent?
Okay. My first, it's a tough one, that, because my first wrestling show, I had the likes of John Cena, Randy Orton, and Batista all making the wrestling like WrestleMania debuts. So all 3 of those, I know it sounds weird, but yeah, I'm quite kind of proud seeing where they've gone, because that was they were my young guys when I kind of came into the business, even though they were probably still in their 30s at that point. For me, they were the young guys. So Cena, Orton, Batista, I'm a cop out. I don't care. Go on, Paul.
That makes you feel ridiculously old. Thank you for that, brother. I guess if we're going with that sense, I don't know, Bret Hart in one way. Everything comes back to Bret Hart. It always comes back to Bret Hart. There he is somewhere, the Hitman. Because, I don't know, it was a fan of the Hart Foundation, and he breaks out into the singles ranks for the IC title and takes that natural progression to the world title. More recent times, I'm going to bring up Ricky Starks, because just the first time I saw him in the NWA, it's like, this guy is gold. Any chance I could get to write about him and give him some love, it's like, yes, everybody watch this guy. He's going to be massive. And also, in a way, MJF. I was on that train early on with the MLW, and it's like, just text all my mates of like, look at this promo, look at this guy, look at him in meet and greets. Well, obviously, he didn't make a meet and greet the weekend, but where he's just like ripping into fans. He's calling Comrade Thompson turkey tits, and it's like, what is this? This is yeah. So I'm going to go Starks, MJF, and the Hitman, the Excellence of Execution. I think that nicely wraps things up on this Thursday bank holiday.
That is, and yeah, so don't forget just to comment in the comment section down below about all our news stories today. We know the big talking point. It is Mr. MJF. Let us know what you think of that hella pipe bomb. What do you think the direction is going to be for him right now in AEW and all the other fallout that we've had? Check online at whatculture.com. We're going to have loads of news write-ups, just focus on everything. It's a big old news day here at WhatCulture on this lovely bank holiday. It's nice and sunny. I hope it's sunny where you are in the world. Where can they find you on Twitter, Pollard?
At Culture Left Peg. Or you can come and knock on my door in North Wales and Wrexham. Come and say hello. Although, because that's... Yeah, that's creepy.
Yeah, if you can get a train there, I mean, it's a little bit out of the way, but why not, eh? It's lovely to see people that we love. But yeah, follow myself on Twitter at gmorgan04. Follow everyone here at WhatCulture at WhatCultureWB. And do not forget to have the best of days possible. Like this video, share, and subscribe to all things WhatCulture Wrestling. We will hopefully see you very soon. But in the meantime, stay healthy.